Now, as I mentioned before, I was a brat. And don't say I wasn't, because I really was. Luckily, I became mature. Even if my memory is rather terrible, I have a couple of memories from my childhood that I would like to share, so here we go. So in this memory, I was about 5 or 6. I did something bad like I would have normally done, so obviously my parents weren't happy about that and put me in a timeout. So I was just standing there and I remembered where it was. It was at the entrance of my house and I was somewhere at the top of the stairs. Then all of a sudden, I had to pee. I thought I could hold it, so I did. However, after 5 minutes, I couldn't hold it. So I called my dad and I told him I had to pee. But he didn't let me go. Guys, my dad wasn't a bad person. I just wasn't the most trustworthy person at the time. Anyways, since I couldn't go, I just waited more. Until I really had to go. I didn't bother asking again, so I just peed on the floor. Okay, alright, I know I was probably too old for that, but I had to pee, guys. So once my parents found out, they got mad again. So that was my pee-pee incident. This next memory had my brother involved. So before school started, I decided to draw a nice picture for my teacher. So I drew a picture of him and I was excited to show it to him. When we were about to go, my brother started to grab my drawing. Then I grabbed it back, and then all of a sudden we started to play tug-of-war with the drawing. Then my drawing ripped. It wasn't all that bad. I mean, it wasn't a clean split down the middle. It was rather just a rip in the corner of the page. Oh, but little 6-year-old Bana wasn't gonna have any of that. So I cried, and I was disappointed and mad at my brother, of course. Then my dad was like, alright, it'll be fine. Let's just tape this back together and boom, back to normal. Okay, so we fixed the drawing and I was happy all over again. So that was let's call it the ripped drawing incident. This next story is rather random, I gotta say. So I was just watching TV and then these characters were eating peanut butter sandwiches. Then I felt a craving for peanut butter sandwiches. So I asked for one and I got it. So this is the peanut butter sandwich memory. Next. The next memory actually took place in school. I was also in kindergarten at the time. So I was bored at recess, and it was wintertime, by the way, and I had a mean idea. I saw a bunch of mini snow towers, so being a rebellious child at the time, I stomped on every single one of them when nobody was looking. This last memory again also took place in school. Come to think about it, these should have been mentioned in my school memories video. Oh well then. So, I had a science teacher in grade 1 and she hated me. But can I blame her? No, I was a difficult student to be dealt with. One day, after a science lesson, we were sent back to our desks to work on an assignment. So as she handed us the paper, I was last in line. So finally, when I came up to her to get my sheet, she asked me a question that I didn't know. She wouldn't give me the sheet until I answered the question right, so I kept struggling. I just didn't get the question. I even asked my homeroom teacher, who was apparently working at his desk, but he didn't help me answer the question. After about 10 minutes of struggle, of trying to answer the question just so I can get some dumb worksheet, I just started to cry. I don't know, just give me the sheet, please. So she gave me a hint and I answered it and got my sheet. As I got to my table, I realized everybody was already halfway done, and I was really pissed. Maybe the teacher wasn't all mean. Maybe I didn't listen to the lesson she was giving out, so yeah. I don't know, though, because I can't remember a lot of stuff. So, she hated me and I hated her. However, she left halfway through the year, and we got a replacement teacher for the rest of the year, and she was really nice, and made me feel better about science and social studies. So, that was my last story. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I just want to say, sorry it took so long to get out, but at least it's longer, so yeah. After this video, I will probably, just try to make a new trailer, because the last one's kinda crappy, so yeah. That's it. See you guys later.